I'm living, yeah. No, sorry, I'm fighting off the sleep. You didn't do a tech consumption video this week, huh?
We did it last weekend. We
Oh, it was 10 days ago that you released the Scott Washington one, wasn't it? Yeah.
uh yeah, we recorded a video, but I guess he didn't
Publish it.
edit and publish it yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we did a video on maybe you would like it. We did a reaction video to one of the factors for why Punk, what's it called? Punk 2007. Punk, what's that video game?
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk
CD Project
had,
Red? Yeah.
yeah, why the software project failed. So that's the next one to be published.
Oh, I didn't know that it was a failure. I thought it was okay.
Really?
I don't know. I didn't play it, but I saw a lot of people. I heard some critical stuff about it, but I didn't.
The PlayStation Store had pulled it from their store because it was bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. I did
So
not know that.
yeah, it was all over headlines probably for like a couple months because they were hyping that game so hard. And then when management decided to release it, it was clear that it wasn't ready for production.
Hmm. No, there you
Uh,
go. Just, did you get your laptop then?
I got it. Yeah, I started work this week.
You seem more tired. Must be because you're working now.
Uh, I have a lot of time on my hands, and so I get exhausted from my thoughts. So
Gotcha.
force myself to try to be consistent working out, which stresses me out just thinking about it. I'll tell you how much I hate working out.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God. I forced myself to do incline yesterday morning. It took everything out of me to just sit down on the bench, grab some dumbbells, and just do it.
Yeah,
So,
I haven't gone and done weightlifting in a couple months. I tweaked my back at the start of summer, and I haven't gone back to doing it. But hmm,
I've taken like, so far it's been 2 weeks since I've ran backwards. Like I've suspended cardio because my knee has been bothering me,
hmm.
and I'm afraid that once it feels recovered, I'll start running and I just re-aggravate it. Like I've been trying to stay off of it.
Hmm. And you were on the beach. You said,
Yeah,
do you run barefoot or?
yeah.
Hmm,
Uh,
that's weird.
gotta call you up. Why is that weird? Who runs with shoes on the beach?
No, I mean it's weird that your knee trouble.
It's
Um,
weird that I get knee trouble running backwards now.
hmm. I mean, so much of it is supposed to be because of like shoes and stuff, but maybe I don't know. Though maybe your
I
form
think
is all weird or something. Who knows?
I think I just have a muscle imbalance that's
Yeah, that's what she
taking
said.
forever to correct. I got a phone call yesterday saying my motorcycle has arrived at the dealership.
Oh, you got another one?
I'm not going to get it. I'll put a deposit down on it, but I can't afford it.
Oh, I thought it was
Well,
gonna be like
I've been
a.
unemployed for like 7 months. Like it would be fiscally irresponsible for me to go up there and bring it home.
I thought you were going to treat yourself like a starting bonus or something like that for work.
Nah, that's a $50,000 bike.
Jeez,
I can't justify that.
sell your SUV. Go for it.
Uh, might as well. I only got like, I think I got like 6,000 miles on that thing.
Hmm.
And it's going on 2 years old.
Go
So
trade it in and buy like a hoopty and run that around for when you need a car.
yeah, I'm trying to. I'm not sure if that's an honest statement. I would like to shed my material possessions so I could have the freedom to leave United States and them trying to force everybody to be gay. Yes, I said that. I'm kind of tired of it.
Man, nobody's forcing anyone to do anything.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, I'm 100% sure.
Because I feel like they're trying really, really hard.
I mean, there's some conspiracies about like conspiracy theories, that there's a agenda being pushed to try to depopulate amongst a bunch of other stuff. That's just conspiracy theories though. So people, a lot of it is about just making sure that
They get more.
a group of people that are being historically were treated really, really bad, they're trying to make it more um, makes people not treat them bad. Um,
No, I really think that they're trying to turn all of our children gay,
nah,
especially black and brown ones, so that they don't reproduce and white people stay in power in regards to voting influence. That's my conspiracy.
the conspiracy theory for you know trying to make it so that people don't reproduce is for climate change stuff. Actually, I mean, I think they're. I don't not saying that this is a method they're using at all. It's a conspiracy theory, but there are people who think we're overpopulated and want to reduce the population overall because of climate change and stuff. But
Yeah, I think the vice president had slipped up and said that reduce emissions, reduce population. I find it hard to confuse pollution with population. I'm just saying.
it's like at the end of Prices Right, help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered.
Yeah.
Just replace that with humans.
Bob Barker's still alive.
I think he is. He's an old guy. He's really old, but
No
he's
one's
still
older
kicking.
than Clint Eastwood.
No, Bob Barker's probably older. This isn't a new place, Gambler. I'm remodeling right now. I start a new job on Monday, and
Oh, congrats. Man, you're so privileged. You like say, "Oh, I'm tired of this job." And you start a new job like 3 weeks later. That's nice.
well, I mean, if I wanted to go and work at like Burger King or something, I could have probably got or Menards or anywhere. I could probably get a job the next day. But so it's everyone has that privilege. It's just what kind of job that you want to take. Um, but
There's a lot of people out there. And again, we talked about this before.
yeah,
So obviously, I'm not a web developer, and I'm not junior, but there's
mhm.
a lot of people out there that have like less than 5 years of experience that they send 20 resumes a day and it's like nothing. And they've been doing it for like several months. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's jobs out there. It's you know, I don't know.
gatekeepers.
Yeah. Most of, I mean, I sent out resumes. I heard nothing for the most part back from them. Um, this one actually was recruiters reaching out. So not from the company, but from like a third party recruiting firm. I think that's actually one of the better ways to get because they've got they're trying to place people. They're incentivized to get people into a job, so they're working. You know,
Did you get yourself, or did you give yourself a raise with this job?
um, no, uh, but I'm about the same. But I restored my unlimited vacation. Actually, I really like how they put the unlimited vacation policy. They call that a responsible vacation policy, which is just be responsible, which is just, hey, if you're going to leave, make sure that, your team knows, and whatever, it's unlimited. You can use it whatever you want, but, just
Yeah,
make
but
sure
what
it's
does that really
responsible.
mean? Does that mean like 4 weeks vacation, 5 weeks vacation?
I don't know. I don't actually use a lot of vacation, but what I told people, because I like the unlimited vacation policies, because I know that if I want to do something, I'm never going to have to think about it. Like,
Sure, you
if
will.
in terms of large vacations though, because I'll take occasional like days off here and there, and that stuff adds up if you're doing a accrual system. And then you're like, well, am I going to have enough banked for this thing? And then what if I have to want to take 3 days off here, whatever. Um, which I've had trouble with that in the past with accrual systems, where it's just like, oh, I don't feel like I can take it because I don't have enough, or I don't have enough banked. Um, but with unlimited at my last gig, it was just like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to Florida in the fall, in the spring. I didn't think twice about it. Just take the week and a half off, or oh, I'm gonna take a week off for the Boundary Waters. Yep, no problem. I don't need to weigh that against, if do I take this vacation with family, or do I take this vacation with, or to do the Boundary Waters for a week. Don't even worry about it.
Mm.
I'll just make sure that I'm set up for, by the time that time comes, people know it's coming. That I set myself up for, you know, uh, that I set myself up to have coverage or whatever, or make sure I'm not in the middle of some big release, or that I've made sure that everything I need to do is done beforehand, and I'll be good. Which is what that whole, I like the way that they term it responsible, because that's what professionals do, is they take responsible time off. They try to think about their time and schedule it accordingly. So um, I like the idea that they just trust that people are going to do the responsible thing, because as professionals you do. So, but so yeah, I got that, and there's a bonus structure and equity structure too. So it's the equity structure, of course, because it's basically like a startup still. Um, they're in, I don't know what round they're in for funding, um, but I like that, because it's, when you have a startup with equity funding, it's a roll the dice for a potential big payout at someday, like that.
Mm.
You get like a stock that goes shoots up to $50 a share or something, and you've got 10,000 shares. Well, that's pretty good, or whatever. So I don't know, but I decided that I couldn't work in my old office anymore, so I moved everything out. I'm trying to like remodel it and make it feel like when I start work on Monday that I'm in a new place. But um, I've got a lot of work to do yet. So I did this like fake brick wall behind me, which is faux panels, and then this technique called the German schmear, where you put mortar over it. I'm gonna paint it because I don't really like it's actually, a lot of people will leave it like that, but I don't really like the look of it. So
Yeah, it looks familiar.
yeah,
So I related to like firing squads.
yeah, it's maybe that's why it's the German schmear. But it's yeah, I guess people would, especially in like older European um, brick, they would cover the brick with mortar afterwards, and it would produce this kind of effect. So, but I want to try to make it feel like I'm more in like a industrial type setting, rather than a basement of a split level house in the middle of the woods or whatever. So
Mm. I haven't wrote code for my Beach Mobile in like 2 weeks. Part of which was to mentally prepare for my new job and to I don't know, man. I'm all about managing stress levels. And I don't want to be burnt out trying to solve yet another puzzle with Beach Mobile, and then try to wrap my head around how things are done, you know, with this new company.
Hmm.
So, like,
You ever
let me.
code for fun, like not um,
Ha!
business
No,
stuff, but just like problem solving?
I do domain modeling, not for fun, but when I'm trying to understand uh, a new business domain, like for example, tax forms. Like I'll do domain modeling or type level programming, just to understand just to reinforce the business terms and how one form feeds into another.
Hmm.
But no, I don't code for fun. Coding is not fun. It's stressful. It's stressful. Like all it's a brain drain. It's like playing chess. It's like
Is there a time that coding was fun for you though? Because for me, it like I have to remind myself that I actually like doing it. Like not just writing the code, but actually doing the whole problem solving bit. Like it's
I don't
yeah
think it's ever been fun. The I know this isn't a popular answer, but I literally like write code so I can increase my hourly rate. That's what's that's major motivation for me writing code outside of work hours is to
yeah
learn new techniques that mainstream doesn't follow and to basically to position myself for higher earning power.
hmm, yeah. Well, then I could see it being
Think you think I
stressful.
learned F sharp for fun? Well, all right. So I learned F sharp because I had a lot of time on my hands and I felt like I was going to have mental health issues if I didn't do something with my time when I was in some hick town away from home,
Hmm.
out on contract.
Well, I would have learned F sharp for fun. You should try to hit some.
You still can.
You should, yeah. Well, I did do. I don't remember how many I did of Advent of Code. Um, how many
We
did I
got
do?
we got like 373 subscribers now.
This channel?
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about Tech Conception.
have conception. I was going to
This
say.
channel stays at 397 to 399. It literally gains two and drops two like within the same week every week. I don't know why people just don't unsubscribe. I only have like one viewer every stream.
Trying to find out how many um, stupid Advent of Code things I did. I can't remember though where my. Oh, what the heck?
There should be like an open house where like people just come into your home, they go through your rooms, and then they take stuff and then give you money for it and walk out. That would be a lot easier.
It's called a. It's called a like a. It's they do have those. You're talking about like
Now
people.
I'm not
It's
talking
a
about a garage
state.
sale. You got to like put in effort to put everything on the
It's like an
yard.
estate sale, is what it's called, I believe. You can do that. You could say, hey, come in, come in. These areas are off limits. Everything else is stickered for whatever. If it's stickered, you can sell it. Whatever.
I've never heard of that concept.
Yeah, I don't know if people do it in apartments, but people do it in houses, especially when people die. They'll do that. I believe. I believe that's what an estate sale is. And yeah, no, they'll have stuff where people come through, a house or like a whatever, and oh, I'll take this piece or whatever. So I
Like
did
put a put a
7.
sticker on the wife, the girlfriend. Take her too. Take this kid. How much? Make me an offer.
I did 7 F# things with for Advent of Code. Ooh,
Yet F sharp is still not your language of, or not your default language.
no. I mean, for like this is small problem solving things. I don't know if you've done Advent of Code, but um,
No, but I mean, when I was learning F sharp, I was doing code katas.
yeah. I mean, I don't. It's. I mean, it's fun. I like using the pipe operator. Just everything's a pipe. That's all. I'm gonna try to do everything with pipes or was pipe arrow or whatever. So
Yeah, but do you like using the reverse pipe operator?
no, that one I hate. Oh, actually, I don't know. Did I ever use one of those? I don't even know if I did. See, no, I did not use one. Oh wait, I used. Oh, never mind. The hell did I do here? Filter. Oh, never mind. I'm just being dumb. But anyhow, yeah. Well, you should. I haven't done like those game. I haven't completed one of those game dev type things in a long time either. I think. I don't know. I always get excited when I start a new job, or usually it's like learning a new domain, having a whole new like thing to explore and conquer is it's kind of a fun deal. It's like once you settle into it, you know things and you become the subject matter expert for a lot of stuff, and then you're like deep in it. That's when things start to become lame. But
Maybe. You would do you think developers actually get paid for domain knowledge?
um, yeah, probably. Actually, well, not domain knowledge as in terms of like actual knowledge of the domain, but in terms of like deep knowledge about the application. The
No, no, no. I'm talking about like of the business domain. Like
no,
you can be a software developer for pharmaceutical equipment and like because you know about chemistry and pharmaceuticals, like you make $200 an hour at Pfizer as a senior or a principal engineer or something. I don't know.
mm,
Like I feel like there's no way a recruiter. I feel like those opportunities wouldn't come from a recruiter.
yeah. Well, I think there's like classifications of like software systems that fit into certain domains and stuff, and that like if you've taken jobs in e-commerce and you've done e-commerce after e-commerce after e-commerce, like you'd be a lot more qualified for an e-commerce job regardless of your tech stack because there's just things to know. I mean, same with if you've done things within the IoT space or manufacturing or pharmaceutical or health device. There's things that you learn and pick up about the domain and developing for the domain that make you valuable if you're trying to transfer skills. It's weird to me that jobs don't spend more time being like these are the types of systems like domain systems you're going to be working on rather than just being automatically like, do you know F#? Well, then
Yeah,
you got a job for you. It's like, well, I do
they
know
don't
C#,
even they
but
don't
what?
even say do you know. They say do you have.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I've got C# experience in 3 different domains or 2 different domains. What do you?
How many
Yeah,
years of how many years of C sharp do you have?
yeah.
And I'll be like 20. Oh, perfect. How many years of .NET do you have? 20. That should be a Dilbert cartoon, man. I get asked that question so many times.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I've got asked that one, but
And I mean, I've been saying, uh, can you help me understand why those two questions are put together? Does someone, in your experience, recruiter, Mr. Recruiter, has someone ever had less years of .NET than they've had with C Sharp or vice versa?
I mean, you could,
No, they admit that they don't
yeah,
really know C Sharp or .NET and what it means. They're just reading off a list.
yeah. Yeah. I guess it would depend on which order they ask. So if they ask if you have .NET experience, then ask if you have C sharp experience. That line of questioning, it might be
Who?
obvious, but it
What's an example of someone having more .NET than C Sharp? That
so
and it would be completely relevant.
somebody who's spent their entire time writing F sharp code.
What person knows F Sharp but does not know C Sharp?
Somebody probably does. I'm just
Okay.
saying, like it's
You have
it's a
to integrate with
yeah,
libraries that are built off of object-oriented paradigms,
yeah,
right?
but there's people who've written Visual Basic too, and that's .NET language.
Yeah, but it's
They
not
could have read
supported anymore.
all VB.NET. I mean, they could have written
Okay.
20 years of VB.NET, um, and not have actually written any C sharp. Technically, they could say I have 20 years of .NET experience and no C sharp experience. I'm just
That
saying, like
that would
it's the things that become synonymous, but they're not,
I don't
right?
think I've ever been called for a job
I know.
that's asking for VB.net.
Yeah, well, that's because you don't have it on your resume, do you? Or not a lot of it,
I don't
or
think
not
anybody would
years of
put
it.
it on their resume.
I think people would. I mean, if you spent years doing it, I mean,
I mean, I think you're making a fair point, but
there's HR systems and stuff that are written in VBNet, .NET that I've heard of. That like pretty popular ones that they customize or whatever.
I'm gonna rewrite Beach Mobile in VB.net.
Might be a fun exercise. Actually, you should try to rewrite it to see how simple you could make it. Like, what's the simplest possible way I could do all of this?
I wrote a compiler in Visual Basic 6. It was like 40 pages when I
Yeesh.
printed out the code. That was my university work.
I never got to take compiler. That's one class I wish I would have taken though. I, I've written like myself. I've written like parsers and like lexers and stuff like that, but I haven't. I always get to the part where it's build the abstract syntax tree, and I'm just like that's the part where I always get stuck. Like I've parsed out this language, great, and now, or I mean, I've flexed it or whatever, tokenized it, and I'm like, okay, now I need to put it into an abstract syntax tree or whatever. How do I do that? And I'm just like, I don't really want to spend any more time on this. So, but you don't really have to do that for an interpreter, I suppose.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't really have anything else.
You're so tired this week, man. I don't know. Like I said, I've got to just get my office going here. I gotta paint this wall behind me. I gotta paint other walls. I've gotta. I took all my shit out of this room, dude. It filled my living room. I couldn't believe how much stuff I have just like around me. Like you don't really think about how much crap you collect until you have to move it all.
I know I gotta make a donation to Goodwill. I got so many clothes that I've never worn because they don't really fit me. And I look at it like every day and I never put it well, I put it on every occasion like how do I look in it now? No, it's still baggy. Like
Yeah, I've done that.
I
So
gotta I'm trying to be in between a minimalist and and a collector. So I'm proud of my bike collection or my motorcycle collection. All two.
Yeah, I suppose you could be a. I suppose there's people that are there's a line between like a hoarder and a collector. Collectors are meticulous and like they're looking for specific things and they
And they're
like
organized.
they're organized and they know what they want and it's usually specific pieces that they know everything about versus like a hoarder is just give me all the things and put it here. But I don't know. When I put this room back together though, I'm gonna try to be judicious about what I bring into it and I'm gonna like try to get put other stuff in other spaces, just try to keep it completely a lot simpler and cleaner and stuff. So
There should be a code hoarder should be a term for people that keep shoving just distractive code into the same file, the 4,000, 7,000 line classes. That's hoarding, right?
eh, I wouldn't say it's hoarding.
What's the largest class that you worked on that wasn't a generated file?
I haven't worked on a very large. I haven't really worked on large classes. I mean, there's some. I guess there's some controllers I've worked on that have been split across many files to, but each file was. I mean, they're technically one logical class, but they were each individual logical like controllers,
You
so it
talking about
wasn't a
partial
big deal. But
class?
yeah, well, yeah, but I have worked on some C files that were like 10,000 plus lines long before, though. Some reports and stuff like that. Those were complicated. And some things, I think one of the things that when I worked at DigiKey, so there was a C file that I think when they submitted like you submit an order for production or like to be fulfilled, there's a pretty big module that you had to weed through, like and a bunch of connected modules to. So it was like, but so I don't know if you've ever done this, but if you get into a thing like that, it's kind of like I don't know where to actually put this thing, so you're just trying to like pick a spot and you shove it in and say,
Mm,
"Here looks good," or like you like find something similar and then just find that spot and then shove it in next to it, because you just can't keep the scope of the code in your head to know exactly where you should put something. It's not
yeah.
really set up for extension. So
I think the largest file I've worked on was like a 7,000 line class, and it was a WinForms code behind file.
the yeah, actually, what's great is like some of these programs that I worked with back then, that C programs, it was like before they had reliable commit messages or whatever, so they had these headers on them each file that would give some information about it, but it would have like a change history. So you'd like go up to the top and you'd put like the date and your
Mm.
name and then like what you did with it. Um, I don't know. It should just do that like automatically instead of like just like put the commit history at the top of the page in the editor. But
Mm.
I don't know, but that was like writing C, and I was doing that through a terminal, like on like a open VMS system. So um, I don't know. I really liked that code type of coding. I didn't even have IntelliSense or anything like that. It was just all no syntax highlighting, nothing. It was just raw text editing, basically.
How's that enjoyable?
I don't know. It's just like I think back on it kind of fondly though. Like you got you got pretty used to like um, writing code. You had to be more careful, right? You couldn't just write something and just be like, oh yeah, tab complete, tab complete, tab complete, do all this stuff. You know you I don't know. It was enjoyable. I had a very specific imperative like style for C code. I,
You don't you don't prefer being reckless when you write code?
no, I just think that like if you go through like a time where you have to write code without syntax highlighting and without IntelliSense or like AI and stuff like that, and it's C code, so you have to be kind of meticulous about it because you could have access violations and stuff like that. But it just makes you a more careful programmer, I suppose. I think there's value in doing hard mode, is what I should say. Makes you
Reminds me
appreciate the
of
tools you have.
PSP, or I think it was like personal software process, in which you meticulously take notes of
Yeah.
the quality of your code without like before and after compiling it or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I seem to recall that as a practice. I put that out of my mind, but I don't. Yeah.
Uh, I just rather rely on the compiler.
Yeah. Well, C compiler was really loose in typecasting and stuff like that, so it wasn't as strong as like F sharp or C sharp is. But
I'm scared to reinvest into the stock market.
I just put it into safe stock. Well, nothing's truly safe, but generally there's things that have gone up over time that have never really shot down for too long. Put in like a Vanguard like ETF or something like that. I mean, they'll drop if the whole stock market drops, but
Isn't that the same thing as like just put it on S&P 500 or something like
yeah,
that?
yeah, basically the Vanguard's got a pretty good, like if you look at their history, um, I mean, over the all time, it's like this. It's never gone like for very long. Like there are dips with the stock market, but over time, they're really they're very consistent.
Uh, oh, today's supposed to be Friday. I'm supposed to be excited and motivated.
Yeah, yeah. You sound pretty like bummed. Must
Uh,
be because you're back at like normal stuff.
Life keeps happening to me. And after a while, you try to ask yourself, is the way I'm living my life actually serving me in the long term? Or should I start making decisions that may not be reversible? So
Yeah, I think you needed. You might. You sound like you're in a bit of a funk. I think you need to make a. I think you just need to do something like travel
maybe,
somewheres and go take a work
maybe,
vacation. Go
maybe go
somewheres and
to Bangkok.
yeah, there you go. Why don't you go get in touch with nature instead?
Bangkok.
Gamblers
Like,
in Korea. Oh, cool.
well, look, not gonna work. Need to do.
You know, stop
You,
at Bangkok, gambler. On the way, a good like to make a pit
you,
stop while you're in that
you're
time zone.
Gambler. You're in Korea for life or for work?
He didn't say North Korea, so he's probably not there for life. He
No,
says
what I meant
only
is like
one more week.
to like enjoy life, or is he there specifically for work?
Oh, you travel for work, I guess is the question.
Uh,
Oh, visiting his wife. Cool.
oh, good job. You married an Asian. Okay.
Hey, that's a little bit. Who knows? There could be some non-Asians born in Korea.
Okay. Well, why are you so like
I'm
edge
just
case?
I know
Surely someone has 20 years of BB.net. Okay.
there are people that have 20 years of BB.net.
There's people
Not a
that
joke.
wrote BB.net 20 years ago. Does that mean that they have 20
No.
years of BB.net?
There's still a lot of people writing BB.net today. I guarantee it.
Gambler, is your wife Asian?
Probably.
Are you ready for the shocker? He's
Just
gonna be
say I
like,
choose not to
he's gonna be like, she's black.
explode. Yeah. She's actually Native American. It's a really long story.
All right.
That would be really, really bizarre.
I've been
My,
thinking about Vietnam as well.
yeah, why not go there?
I gotta. I think stage one is go out there for maybe a month or two. I still maintain my stuff here. Pay the ludicrous rental prices where I stay at now. And then I think stage two is get rid of all this and find somewhere to store my vehicles, which I have no clue what that's going to look like, and then just go out there to
You
Asia
can just get
Pacific
a
for like
storage unit.
for like maybe 6 months. I could get a storage unit for a car, 3 motorcycles.
Yeah, you can buy them. They're like almost like condos, especially like around here. You can at least. I don't know. Maybe Miami is different, although you could always just find a town that has them. Um,
They're like condos. They're like studios.
no, they're like you buy them like a condo. Like it's a big storage unit, and then you buy a storage unit. You own the storage unit like a condo would be. Like you own that condo,
Yeah, but I
but
don't. Do they really? I need a garage where I could put in my vehicles, my collection.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is they're like a yeah. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find an example for you. They're like all over the place up here.
I wish I could take steroids without getting cancer or disease. I wanna gain like 20 more pounds of muscle.
Here, I'll show you. This is like they don't show the inside of this one, but it's like 1,000 square feet. This is where near where I live. I'll drop it in chat. But like, you get these things. It's like 1,000 square foot. You buy it. It's like you get one of the units on it, and it's just a 24 by 42 storage building. And you buy one of them, and then you own it, or you could rent one for a long time. But they have large storage units like that. Put all your crap in it. They have a lot of those around where I live because people will store their like summer equipment in them. Like they'll have a cabin, but they don't have enough room for their boat and stuff like that. So people will buy these storage units and then they'll put their boat and their ice when they're in the winter. They'll or summer they'll put their ice shack and stuff in there for ice fishing.
So this is $60,000 to own. I think that's what you were saying.
Yeah, yeah, you own. I don't know if there might be like a upkeep cost or something, but actually I don't know that there is. It doesn't say that there is. I believe that's what this is. I mean,
So this
it's
is
like a
60.
condo or a townhome.
Yeah, but this the link that you sent me. It's one, two, three, four. It's 5 garages for
Yeah, you're
$60,000.
buying one unit. Uh,
1 unit. So
yeah,
hold on. So one garage within this 5 garage is 60,000.
yeah.
Oh, hell to no. I want the whole thing.
Well, you could buy all of them then, which would be one, two, three, whatever that times 60,000. This is
Five and
just one
six,
example.
that's three
Though I
hundred
mean,
thousand, right?
there's other types of like storage unit type things. I don't know. Here's one for that's 450 square feet, which is really small. Um, But you get what I'm getting at though. Is like
Uh,
you can buy storage units like this. Here's one 3,000 square foot for $300,000. Um, it just that happens to be like a newer one in the area that whenever I search for stuff, it shows like a billion of the same picture. Let me see.
no, I gotta ask Gambler. Gambler, did you set out? Did you specifically have a preference for a partner of Asian culture, or did it just happen regardless of ethnicity or cultural background? I'm, I'm curious. Like, what's your playbook? Like, I'm going to marry someone in the Far East. Oh, he said his wife was an accident. Okay. That was me making a joke.
like like it's an act like a
It's
kid.
like a kid.
Yeah. Here's 200,000 square feet for 170,000, and you own the whole unit.
You said 200 square feet. Hold on, what?
Two
How?
2,000 square feet
Oh,
for uh for 170,000. Cross Lake is a big it's part of this whitefish chain. There are $1 million, like multi-million dollar homes on that lake. Um, so these are like storage units that are nearby where compared to a multi-million dollar home purchase when you have $100,000 boat
they're
that you can store.
hangars.
Yeah, that's what you buy. Is you buy one of these, you could put your whole fleet of vehicles and stuff in there. Go take
Okay.
them out whenever you want. They usually will have them. I assume that they'd have them near airports.
I'm gonna put people in there.
Yeah.
Slaves.
Jeez, don't do that. Buy shipping containers.
I
And you can just put it on a lot.
I told my son. I told my son like, well, I didn't really teach him, but I added a remix to "Oh McDonald Had a Farm,"
Mm-hmm.
and so he's like, and on his farm he had a slave. E-I-E-I-O.
He should go to school, and man, he's gonna get in trouble. You're gonna get a call one day, or his mom will get a call. Ooh, what did
Yeah,
you teach
it's
that
funny.
boy?
I wonder how old that song is. It probably was included in the song on McDonald, and they probably removed it to be politically correct, and I just re-added it. So
Oh my god. No, I bet I don't know. It's about farm animals, not people.
uh, well, you don't want to know what the sound uh, the slave makes that my son sings.
No, jeez. That's awful.
You think I'm lying? I'm not lying.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna ask. Oh man. Oh,
I want another kid. Keep me occupied.
well, you could always go and like adopt one.
I don't think I can if I'm like a single father.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd have to do. I'm sure it's possible, but it's probably like you'd be really low on like a list or something. I don't know. You'd think it'd be really easy to like adopt kids, but it's like there's a lot of
I'm almost positive there's a double standard with a single man wanting to adopt like little boys or little girls versus a single woman. Like
yeah.
I'm almost positive there's like if it's not written, it's like what's the word I'm looking for? Uh, de facto like policy.
Yeah, it'd be like, why do you want to? Like, they would look into you and like,
Like,
we're
I
not going
want
to
to
let you do
I
this.
want to
You're a
play with them.
pedophile. Really?
I want to play hide and seek. Like
But if you're, I don't know. Yeah, it is probably the de facto policy. We don't give kids to men.
Yeah, I remember like my chick was like, um, so like be a foster parent, like she was like, this adult, like look after like a black child. I'm like, I don't want a black child. I want like a Asian or I might even take a German, right? But I want like Asian, white,
Eastern
or
European or Asian
maybe
or
maybe even Indian. Um, but I don't want a black one. Like, give that
Jeez.
back.
Man.
Preferably, well, first round pick would be an Asian. Mm, yeah, first round pick would be an Asian. Um, second round pick would be second round pick would probably be Eastern European. Third round pick would be Indian. Not interested in Hispanic or black.
Pacific Islander. How about that?
I might entertain. Yeah, fourth round pick would be like Samoan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my draft. So,
Why don't you just find a focus on finding a wife first, and then you can just make one.
well, that's because women are conditional,
Yeah.
and it's the only contract that incentivizes a party to break it in order for them to be financially rewarded or compensated for breaking the contract.
Yeah. Well, you could get a prenup.
Again,
You got to get a really good lawyer to do it.
a prenup does not defeat divorce, and it still has the overhead of lawyers, possibly almost said possible, lawyers, cops, and judges, right? And it's like,
Yeah, I mean, if you get an airtight one,
and it could
that's
be
what I'm
thrown
saying is you
out.
got to find a good lawyer. You'd have to find a good lawyer, and you'd have to make sure that it's all up in the up, but or you just take the gamble, man. What are you
Okay,
gonna
so
do by the
so
time
so
that you would
so,
get
so what
divorced?
celebrities, obviously that had the resources, got married,
No,
had
it's
a
not a
prenup, and still got
romantic thing,
destroyed?
It's whatever. Find a good woman with some smarts on her heads that's not
No, go to an
taking
Islamic
advantage.
state where they don't have rights and then get married so that if they are unhappy, they suffer the consequences and not me.
Nah, nah. There's plenty of fish in the sea, though. You just gotta find the right one, man.
No, I'm a
Or
gambler.
go
I'm a
overseas
gambler.
and
I'm going
yeah,
overseas.
find one and yeah, why not? You'll find someone.
I don't know, or else I'm
Just
just
don't
gonna
be
let my
afraid.
or else I'm just gonna let my country convert me and I'll just be part of the LGBTQ. So that's all I've heard of.
Well, if you get a husband, then you can
Yeah.
probably
They're trying so hard to convert us. So
get a husband, and then you can adopt a kid.
that sounds so weird.
Yeah, yeah, it does sound weird.
Yeah, YouTube is gonna ban me.
And now pronouncing Mr. and Mr. Scott Nimrod.
Honeymoon?
In Bangkok.
The bachelor party is in Bangkok.
Yeah, and the
Mm.
honeymoon. Oh man.
Yeah, I just caught a visual. Get it out of my head.
Oh god. All right.
I mean,
Anyhow,
I'm sure stuff like that happens.
yeah. No, you know what I think though. What you might want to do is just find a if you find like someone who's already had a divorce, not for cheating, like maybe their husband or something cheated. This might be good.
Why would that be good?
Well, because they already have been through the rung, so they know what they want and they know what they won't want, and they're not going to jump into marriage unless they're sure. As long as it's not like a rebound type thing.
Oh man, that's miles added on. Like, no, I want something in like pristine condition. I want a virgin. So I want a 25-year-old virgin.
Well, then you're going to get a 30-year-old divorce. Whatever. What you're looking for is a companion, man.
Yeah, you're right.
You need like you got a friend in you, and then you get
I mean,
a
it would
good
be
mom.
so. It would be nice. So, what's one of Elon Musk's like partnering businesses with the brain?
Neuralink,
What's it called?
Neuralink.
Neuralink. Like, I would invest in that if I think a lot of people would invest in it if they can like just plug it into their wife's head and then program like
Jeez.
to love and obey through sickness and health to death to us part and like hard code that policy into their head, not when I'm unhappy, not when I'm laid off for 6 months, right? Not when we're inundated with hospital bills and I'm sick. And so, no, F that. Like hard code in that Neuralink or whatever that thing's called, so that it's not even optional, man. They gotta stay with you.
Now, like I said, I think if you found a person who's already been through the wrong, or maybe they're older like you, but they just haven't found older like you, like us. They just haven't found someone yet, um, or haven't been in that. It's like maybe they've been through a relationship. They know what it means. They haven't cheated on anyone. It's the big deal. But I don't know. I think you're just searching up the wrong trees. Maybe there's definitely options out there. So I don't know. Keep looking, I guess.
Gambler, how long you gonna be in South Korea?
Hop on a plane. He said another
I
week.
know, like I need to collect a couple paychecks so I could go out there.
That's what credit cards are for, man.
No, no, dude. As soon as I paid them off, I got rid of them, man. With the exception of like a house or
Well,
a
there's
high
an
end car, like my motorcycles, I pay cash, brand new, right? If with the exception of like a high end car or a house, man, if I don't have cash for it, I don't deserve it, dude. All right, so I got man. By the time I collect two paychecks, like you're gonna be leaving. Ugh. How am I going to be a bottom feeder if he leaves in 2 weeks? It's like
I
a
guess I
well.
guess what he's asking is, does your wife have a sister?
Oh no, no, yeah, I wasn't. Nah, nah, I wasn't going. I'm not disrespectful like that.
I know.
Um, the flight from Miami to Seoul, I'm guessing would probably be like 20 hours. Sweden would probably be. I guess Sweden would probably be like what, like 12 hours. Oh, where is he from? Sweden, Finland. I keep confusing
Switzerland, right?
Switzerland. All right, Switzerland would probably be like 12 hours. I
Yeah,
don't know
so you're
why
going from Miami.
Sweden and Switzerland sound so similar to me. They should just be one state. I
to
don't even know if they even border each other, but I keep confusing the two.
You're going from Miami to Seoul, and you're leaving on, let's say, the 21st, Monday. And you'd want to leave on Sunday probably. And you're going to come back
I don't
the
know,
next Sunday.
but isn't like South Korea kind of like westernized?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. I need to
Well, it's
go to
not.
like
I mean,
the
I mean, it's just Western friendly, right? But it's still Asian. It's like
no,
It's like
I
Japan
need
or
to
something like
go to like an Asian country that has like Muslim influence. Like I want a traditional like wife.
that. Here you go. You go 2,200 bucks. We'll get you there and back.
The price went up. No, no, did it?
What?
No,
This
no,
is
yeah. I used to pay
the
I used to
dates that I
pay yeah, I used to pay
select
like 1,400 one way to Manila.
to Manila.
Yeah.
Let me see what it is to go to Manila from Miami. From Miami to Manila. Sounds just so Manila. Let's say you leave tomorrow and you come back on the, oh my gosh, what day is it? No, you leave on Sunday. You come back the following Sunday. 6th through the, let's go through the 20th. Let's look at that.
Passport, bro.
I have almost zero interest in going anywhere overseas.
It's because you haven't. Well, yeah, you have been overseas. You're in the military, right?
No, no. I mean, I was for a very, very short period of time. I went through basic training and stuff, but never overseas. And I was like a month out from basic training, and then I was medically discharged. So never made it that far. Qatar Airways, actually, it's way more expensive to go to. Maybe it's just the dates I picked. It's really expensive to go to Manila.
Well, round trip is over $2,000 or over $2,500. I mean, who buys a
Yeah,
round trip? Like, I just buy a one-way ticket.
and then come back when you're ready. Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
like,
that was, yeah.
but then they'll just interrogate you, like, when are you coming back? Like, haven't decided yet. All right, follow us, sir. And they take you to the back room, do a cavity check.
Let's see. Yeah, if you're going to where I live from Miami, it's for a week round trip. One traveler,
Probably 500.
$870. But that's because you're going to the. It'd probably be like $500 to go to the Twin Cities, but another 200 or $400 probably to go back and forth between Brainerd and the Twin Cities. Go to Alaska, man. Find a nice like Native American woman in Alaska and settle down on a
A
piece of
native,
land
an indigenous
and
Alaskan
hunt moose for food
hunt wolverine. Well,
and keep your pet minks.
I still want one. I think it would have to be an outdoor mink. Just like you have outdoor cats.
I don't know if you could keep them though. They'll dig up
Uh, and then I would
more.
sacrifice small animals to it. I would light incense and candles, and then put a small like animal on its altar, and I would sacrifice it to the mink.
Rats.
I'm scared of rats. I would sacrifice gerbils,
Hmm. I,
gerbils and rabbits and reptiles
hmm.
and cats. Probably cats. That would be the default. I don't like cats. So many cat ladies out here. Oh my god.
I don't.
There's so much litter on the boardwalk because of cat ladies using like dishes to feed cats.
Hmm. Yeah, I have a cat, but he's an outside cat, and he kills mice and birds. So
Is it your cat?
yeah, yeah. Like he didn't just show up. We got him. We had him inside for like
And then
when he was a
someone's
baby.
someone was allergic and y'all put him out.
No, no, we bought him for mousing because we had a mouse problem with around our. We had like mice get into our HVAC system in our car, and they like shit and peed everywhere, and it stunk.
Well,
Like no, and like we could put poison down, and we have, but we just bought a cat, and now the mouse problems. Now we have chipmunk problems. And I think the
the
chipmunks are
cat
too
didn't get rid of
fast.
the chipmunks.
I think the chipmunks are too fast for the cats.
I mean,
Like
do you
you have
ever
to be
see
really.
like carcasses from your cat?
Oh yeah, yeah. We get bird guts and mice guts. We had a whole rabbit head in the back of the yard, just in the middle of the yard. Like
Since when does cats kill rabbits?
they kill rabbits. They'll kill rabbits. They decapitate. He decapitated it and ate it. The rest of it.
There's a baby rabbit.
Maybe like a juvenile, but not like a baby.
So what? You guys just bring water out? I mean, you guys put food and water outside, and it just hunts for game.
Yeah, yeah. Kills a lot of birds. Actually, once I was sitting here working, and I look outside and hear the dang thing comes walking by with a blue jay in its mouth, just drops it right in front of my window and then takes off. I had to go out and scoop it up and throw it in the woods. Yeah. No, he's really good at catching birds, and he catches mice pretty regularly.
He doesn't fight other feral cats.
There was once it wasn't a feral cat; it's just another cat that's been an outdoor cat that came around. There was this white cat, and we'd hear in the middle of the night, just
Yeah,
and we'd find fluffs
that's
of
the sound they make when they
fur.
make love.
Yeah, we found fluffs of fur in the yard and stuff, and he's fixed and all that. So he's a good cat. I called him Murder Death Killer. Um, off of
That's short for Grim Reaper, but yeah,
we just call him Murr. We call him Murr,
sea
but
murder.
he's Murder Death Killer. Is from this movie called Demolition Man,
Uh,
starring Sylvester Stallone,
Wesley Snipes. I
Wesley
thought
Snipes. Yeah, yeah.
I never saw the movie, but
It's a good movie. It's like a so that he's like fighting Wesley Snipes in like '96 or something like that, and then he gets cryogenically frozen in a prison for until like 2036 or something. I don't remember what year it was. Oh man. And then like Taco Bell is like the only it's 2032, so it's 9 years from now. He would have been unfrozen, and the world is like totally different, and they like most murder and crime and stuff is obsolete, but they had defrosted Wesley Snipes' character, and he was wreaking mayhem, so they defrost Sylvester Stallone to catch him. I don't know. It's cool.
yeah, they actually like made that into a movie from the script. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. Like they have um and then oh god, what's the guy's Dennis Leary plays this like so all of like the people that are not like part of the system got driven underground into sewers, and
Hmm.
so they like um Dennis Leary kind of plays the lead of like this underground group of people that live in the sewers and like eat rats and stuff like that. But they're like I don't know.
I
It's
will not be watching that movie.
well, they don't show them eating rats. He just Sylvester Stallone has a burger down there, and he goes, and she's like, ask them where they get the meat. He goes, where's the meat? And she goes, rata. This is rat burger. Like, yeah. He's like, the
Uh,
best damn rat burger I've ever had. But
Gamma
it's like it's
says,
funny. They do things like Taco Bell is the only food place that's still around. So everything is a Taco Bell. I don't know. They only play on the radio. They only play jingles from like the early '50s or something like that.
sounds like a cult following
It,
type
it
movie.
it's like it's I don't know if it would be a utopian or
I
dystopian
remember,
future.
I remember I had confused someone. How's it work? A coworker told me or highly recommended Deer Hunter. I think that was the name of the movie. And it was some guys. It was a movie that was like based in Cleveland. Some guys that had came back from the Vietnam War, and oh no, they were in the Vietnam War, and then I think they I don't know, it was Cleveland and Vietnam War, and like some comrades or whatever. And I'm into war movies, right? So
Hmm.
he highly recommended it. I'm like, all right, bet. And I thought that I thought I had the right movie, but it was Reindeer Games with Ben.
Oh, okay.
What's his name? Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck. And I'm still thinking I'm watching a movie that the dude recommended, and there's like Santa Claus and gunfights, and I'm like, what does this have to do with Vietnam? Like, I watched the entire movie. I mean, it was good, but I was so confused. Like, it took me like I think I watched the whole movie, and I went back and I was like, yo, I don't get it. Like, how is this related to Vietnam? And I was dead serious, and apparently I had the wrong movie. So
Jeez.
On that note, I have to start my work day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be back to that next week. So
My past cat's ear tips always got shorter over time because the cat lost pieces in fights. Do cats go after ears?
they go after whatever they can get attached to. I'm assuming. But yeah, I've seen plenty of outdoor cats that have ears that have been bitten off or shorter.
You should get an outdoor chimp.
Yeah, that would be saved for the UPS delivery guy. You see that? You ever watch that like meme video or whatever? Like it's in Russia somewhere. The guy is bringing like delivering a pizza, and he knocks, and then a chimp opens the door. If he gives him money, takes a pizza and
No.
walks.
There's
Yeah.
let me see if I can find something real fast. I thought this was hilarious. Hold up. How do I do this? I saw a video this morning. Uh, I don't know what to search under. What do I search under? I don't even know which account it's under. Or do I say Robert Cries? Which one is it? Yeah. Did you see this one? Can you see my screen?
Oh, hold on. Oh yeah. We got in the Swisher Sweets.
Only in California will people grab a garbage can, go behind the clerk counter, and like literally take their time stealing.
At least he's got a knife.
No, it's nothing you can do, but it's nothing you can do. It's like they're not gonna do nothing. You just have to just claim you have
And the one
insurance.
that's filming it, I think he's in on it.
You have insurance?
Probably.
Does he have insurance?
Because he's
No, this is
lightweight encouraging the guy to do it, and he's protecting him.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do is they use the insurance
you do
your
that.
policy or whatever. But if this goes on long enough and the insurance won't cover it anymore,
No,
it'll put them out of business, and then there just won't be anything there.
Ain't nothing you can do, man. Don't do that.
no, I'm saying that the dude with the camera, I think, is in on it. Look at this.
Oh, jeez.
Finish. Usually I don't laugh or glorify violence, but I think this is hilarious. That's how my mother used to beat me.
Jeez. It looks unreal though.
It looks like a meme.
This is what'll happen. I know. 'Cause
He beats them for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Did he get the knife out of his back pocket? That was the big question.
The
Or
knife just
whatever he
broke.
had. Is it a knife? It looks like a bottle.
Call whooping your ass. Whoop him. Get him. Are you done? Now go.
Ain't no go. Police need to come.
Go. Go.
He took a break,
Just let him go. Just let him go.
and I think he's about to commence again. I
Hey,
think.
that's enough. That's enough.
Dude holding the phone, recording is getting on my nerves, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't want to, laugh at people's
Fuck that.
situation. But he's stealing he's not
Yeah.
stealing food or things. He's stealing
This is
cigarettes.
blatant.
Yeah, it's.
Go. You want police to get him? You want to call police to get him? Police to get him? Okay. You want police to get him?
It was funny. And then they let him like walk out
You hold him till
because the dude with the phone pretty much like intervened
Talks to him.
and
police.
try to like help him get out the store.
If you
They
don't
should have
call
beat
police,
him.
Now he's got to restock the rest of
you
it.
wanna let him go? He doesn't have a gun. He doesn't have a gun. He's lying. He's lying. He doesn't have a gun.
Ow, though, if he got hit in the shins, though, man, that would be. Oof.
Yeah, I thought
That
that was
hurts.
hilarious. So I gotta go.
All right.
Thanks for catching up.
Yep.
See
See
ya.
ya.